Okay, so I'm going to show you how the starter is made when you already have some and now you've used most of it. You've just got enough left. This is about 20 grams left in here. And so I need to make more to keep me going for the next loaves of bread. So I'm taking this 20 grams of starter in the bottom of a container. I'm adding 50 grams of water. Oh, 50 grams of water, well 51, that's where it's staying. I'm not gonna fight with this. So, and then I'm adding, actually I'm gonna stir that up first, just because it makes it easier to mix the flour in, because this, again, starter is a little thick. Needs to get broken down with the water a bit just to get it kind of started. So, you know, the thing with the liquid starters is you always had to be feeding them every day or every week if you kept it in the fridge. Either by using some to bake with and then replenishing, or you had to discard some of the stuff if you weren't baking with it. And it can be overwhelming and wasteful in my opinion. So this is working so much better. Now I'm going to do 100 grams of flour. And again, I pile it all in the middle so that if I go over, there's some still dry that I can scoop out to fix it. $82, $83, I guess it grew while I was gone. This is what frustrates me about these scales, especially when I'm so anal about being exact. 97. Yeah, 101, whatever. All right, so now I'm stirring this up. And I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be kind of thick. I keep going around the edges, working it into the water. And this starter, you can actually take it out. Once I get it fairly mixed, I take it out and knead it. The lady at Elliott Homestead, which I will link because she's the one I learned this from, Shay is her name. She actually recommends that you touch your starter, get to know your starter, let your starter get to know you, because you are introducing healthy microbes that are needed for the fermentation process in sourdough. So I know this is hard to see. I need a better kitchen. Let's see. So you can see that's quite crumbly. But I'm just going to start pressing it together. And it will all work in and it'll come into like a smooth ball. And that's just going to go back in my container, and I'm going to keep taking pieces of 30 grams every time I make a loaf of bread until I get back to where I have 20 left or so, and start this process over. And that's all there is to it. And Shay said that she bakes bread almost every day. I am right now because I'm doing some for somebody else. But we don't go through a loaf of bread a day because Glenn and I are the only two that really like sourdough, and I try not to eat much of it. So being able to have this in the fridge and go for a week, she said she's left hers 2 weeks without feeding it. So like that's a huge difference. And I have left it for a week and it made just as good a bread as if I had tried to feed it every day, and honestly, my results are so much more consistent. I used to get a really good loaf and then a terrible loaf, and I like the dough working better with this recipe. Everything about it is a win. Okay, got this pretty much worked in. And when I put this back in the container, it's going to sit out for, I'm going to probably leave it overnight because it will start to activate. I think the recommendation was only, I don't remember, I thought it was 4 hours, but that could be the bread. But I usually leave it out all day anyway. I think she said a day. So I'll just leave it out. Tomorrow morning I'll put it in the fridge and I'll show it to you. Tomorrow morning I'll take a picture, post it. There, now that's actually starting to get sticky. So I know the flour's all worked in. And as it sits, the flour absorbs more of the water anyway. So that's it. There you go, there's my starter. Doesn't look like the starter you normally see, but it works amazing. So I'm gonna put it in my container, leave it out on the counter for a day, and then it will go in the fridge and we will start over.